Hey everyone, it's Nadia from liadiadesigns and I'm back with another video. Today we are making a washi tape suncatcher using this beautiful new washi tape from the Washi Tape Shop. And I just love the scenic design of this, and I wanted to make this suncatcher to kind of look like a window, like we're looking outside. So I thought this was going to be perfect. And we also have this beautiful autumn floral PET tape from them as well. And we're going to be using my new acrylic backers that are now available for my silhouettes on my website. So the first thing I wanted to do, and I'm using a light table here, is create a template of my design of this mandala. You'll see why in a little bit why I wanted to do that, but you don't technically have to. I just thought it was going to make things a little bit easier for me. So I traced that out on a piece of paper, and then I set that aside. The next thing I wanted to do is I wanted to add this sparkly adhesive paper to the backer, just because I wanted to have the whole piece have a little bit of sparkle. I mean, you know how I am. You guys know that I like my sparkle. So I wanted to have this on the background, and I thought this was an easy way to do that. So you just trace around the backer and then cut it out. And as I mentioned, it's adhesive. So after we were done cutting it out, we just needed to peel this off and then attach it to our backer. Now you'll want to do a better job than I did because I kind of quickly did it, but if you go slowly, you'll prevent the bubbles that I definitely got, and I had to find ways to remove. So you can just poke a hole if you have the same issue and then kind of push through the hole all the air, and usually that works. So the next thing to do is I just was lining that up to make sure it looks good, and I decided to pick a few of these painting designs on this washi tape for my background. So the whole thing's going to have an autumn kind of feel, but I wanted to have just different scenes going on in the background in each one of the kind of areas on this suncatcher. So I picked this mountainous design for the top, and as you can see, I used the light table here to kind of trace around where I wanted the shape to go around. So I was okay with it overlapping different sections. You can choose to do this differently. This is just how I wanted to do it for this piece. And once you have that drawn out, you just cut around it with the scissors, and you'll want to just make sure you're going on the inside of the black line here, so that part's not showing. And we'll just quickly get that little piece out here and then just check it to make sure that it fits, which it does. And then we'll put our backer back on here and stick that on really carefully. You want to try to do your best to line it up here to fit. And again, do a good job, better than I did, to get these down. So I did the same thing with all the sections here, as you can see, and just rub that down well. And here I'm overlapping the areas. You don't have to do this. I was okay with it. I thought it worked out well, but again, you don't have to do this. You can cut the exact shapes that you want. So you can see how that's looking with the sparkly background. And now I did the same thing with the autumn floral. I'm not going to put you guys through the whole thing of having to watch me trace all those out, but I did the exact same technique here. And then we're just going to be very careful in how we're laying them out. It did take a little bit of repositioning here and there to get them perfect, but in the end it works out. And that's a great thing with the washi tape, is it's easy to work with in that case. Now we need to take a moment to talk about how we're going to adhere this acrylic piece to the top. So if you order on my website that you want the clear backers, but you don't want them attached, your black acrylic will come with this adhesive on the back here. As you can see, it's a kind of a double-sided tape, and you can tell because it has the green writing on it. So then you would just basically peel that off, and then you could stick. But I didn't have that on this piece because this was one of my previous samples, so I didn't have that. So first thing I'm going to do is take off the front paper because I don't need that right now, but on the back we're going to add the E6000 glue. I mean, you can use any glue you like, but that's what I was using here. I put it into this applicator bottle just because it made things a little easier for me to apply it. And because we're using washi tape and we're not actually painting the piece, this doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to have most of it covered. If you were painting it, you would want to make sure every single line and every single area was covered so that you didn't have any leakage in between, so your paint wouldn't bleed under. But I wasn't worried about that here. So now we'll just press that down and make sure it's in position, everything's lined up well. And now it's time to add some sparkle because you know I need to do that. Having a sparkly background wasn't enough. So we wanted to add some Swarovski crystals here. I have this large one for the center and then a bunch of teardrop ones for just a few little areas around. And I'm using the same E6000 glue here to make little areas. I didn't need a lot. You just need a little drop here and there for each section just to kind of hold it. So just going to go around with that. And then I'm going to use my crystal tool here, which is basically just like a chopstick with wax on the end. I've had this tool, gosh, I gotta say, maybe about 20 years now. I used to do a lot of crystal work years and years and years ago. So I had this tool and it just makes things so much easier for picking up the crystals. I'm sure there are newer versions of this out there now. So if any of you are familiar with that, feel free to let me know in the comments what those are. But yeah, this one still works really well for me, so I still use it. So anyway, so we just need to pick those up and place them in. And again, you can do as much or as little as you like with this. I just want to kind of keep it simple for this particular piece, but you could definitely fill in each of these areas with different washi tape or other types of foils or adhesive papers, adhesive vinyls in each of the sections. So in any case, this is how we're looking here. So this is with the light table giving it some backlight, and you can see it looks really nice. It's got a little bit of a translucency to it, but it's not completely transparent. And now I'm going to turn off the light table so you can see what it looks like in natural light. So you can see a little bit more of that background sparkle when the light table was off, but I think that looks really pretty. And then I want to show you how it looks with a dark background behind it. And again, that background glitter just pops that much more, and you can really see all the details here on this close-up. So I hope you guys like this project. I thought it just shows how versatile these silhouettes are. And if you're interested in them, there's a bunch of new designs on my website at liadiadesigns.com. And if you want to see more of me in live streams or different things that I'm doing, or even get a discount on your order, definitely check out membership. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!